Did you?
Yeah, Georgia. He lost like 42-0.
So was he a better option than Kennedy?
Yes, he's a better option because he's playing the position.
So was Kennedy.
No,
He was a Wildcat quarterback.
don't get me. Nice to you. That Wildcats, abolish that like the shit in baseball. God, I hate that. They should actually. Denver should have just brought back. Let Elway play.
Why not?
Exactly.
He's played the position.
It's 2020. Exactly. Heather has news next.
So we've been talking about Darrell Bevell, and we're going to continue talking about him in the news because he made a very, very big mistake during his first day as interim head coach. We'll have that coming up next.
All right, 97.1 The Ticket.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by the Exergen Twice Daily Thermometer. In Monroe County, an accident is blocking the left side of 75 northbound after Swan Creek Road. A new crash has popped up in the right lane and shoulder Southfield Freeway southbound after 96. And there's also an accident 94 eastbound after 8 Mile. Fever is the leading sign of COVID-19, so use an accurate thermometer for twice daily temperature checks. Protect your family with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, the only home thermometer used and recommended by hospitals, physicians, and nurses. Stay safe with Exergen. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The station where your opinion matters.
Refill this tank up at BP with Amoco Ultimate. We'll go up to 25 miles further per tank on the highway than with regular fuel.
Up to 25 miles?
Yep, we're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it.
I just said.
We're gonna make it.
Drive up to 25 miles further per tank with Amoco Ultimate with Invigorate. Available at BP and Amoco stations. Based on median difference between 93 octane Amoco Ultimate and 87 octane minimum detergent E10 fuels and liquid. Trucks using EPA highway driving cycle assumes 100% of fuel and tank will be used. Results will vary based on what you drive, how you drive, and other factors.
Hey, Michigan, online sports betting is almost here. We got one good news. If you register your account early with FanDuel Sportsbook, you'll get $100 in free bets once they go live. There's no deposit required. Just sign up and verify your account, and you're all set. That's right. You get $100 in free bets. Signing up early. No deposit required. No strings attached. Here's the thing about the FanDuel Sportsbook app. It's easy to use. It's safe and secure. And there's fast payouts. Fast withdrawals. When you win, you get your money fast. They have a range of betting options, player props, futures. You find whatever bet you're looking for. Just sign up at FanDuel.com/100free to claim your $100 in free bets. Must be 21 plus and present. Michigan bonus issued in non-withdrawable site credits that expire 7 days after FanDuel goes live in Michigan. $100 is distributed as $50 site credits on each of Sportsbook and Casino. Unique user ID verification required. Offer ends on go live date. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Everywhere I go, people ask me, is now the right time to sell our home? Hi, it's Mark C with eXp. And in this fast-changing real estate market, it's critical you choose the right agent with the right market plan. Call me, Mark C, and I'll get your home sold. Guaranteed. I'm not bragging. I'm applying for the job. Call me, Mark C, today at 844-SOLD-BY-Z and start packing. 97.1 The Ticket in Southfield. Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram looks to help a deserving family struggling during these difficult times. Win a new Chrysler Pacifica. Plus groceries for a year from Kroger. Visit the contest page at 971theticket.com. Tell us their story and help us drive home holiday magic. Have you ever wanted to learn a new language like French, Spanish, or Russian, but thought it would be too difficult and time-consuming? Then go to Babbel.com and try it for free. Babbel works because it's built around real life. It teaches you everyday practical conversations that you will actually use. In 15 minutes a day, you'll be on your way to speaking a new language in just a few weeks. Babbel uses a modern conversation-based technique that makes language engaging, fun, and memorable. It starts by teaching you words and phrases. Then, the sentences gradually get more complex. Soon, you're practicing short conversations about real-life topics. Babbel is created by language experts who use the spaced repetition method to help you learn quickly and remember what you learned. With Babbel, you can speak a new language. Babbel. Language
website for headphones I looked at one time. I hate feeling like I'm being watched. I downloaded DuckDuckGo and saw a difference right away. Take back your privacy with DuckDuckGo.
I'm Lila Lazarus. St. Joe's experts say now more than ever it's important to get your flu vaccine. A flu shot can prevent sickness, and it's free with most insurance plans. Protect yourself and your family. Connect with your St. Joe's primary care doctor or urgent care facility to get your flu shot today.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere.
Monday Night Football last night, Seattle 23, Philadelphia 7. Man, Carson Wentz is bad, Eagles are bad. And a lot of friends obviously, God, this team stinks. Somebody sent me a tweet saying, what did I deserve to be an Eagles fan? And I said, you tell this person, you won a freaking Super Bowl 3 years ago. What the hell are you complaining about? You spoiled bastard.
Yeah, as fluky as that championship was,
Yeah.
he still got it.
Damn right.
Championship's a championship.
God. Yeah. People have short memories. How long does
It just makes you want more. That's what it does.
I know, but how long does a coach get? Like a pass?
After the Super Bowl?
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's your first one in franchise history.
Yeah.
4 years, 5 years, because people are getting real sick of this repeat.
You know what? They committed to Wentz. I'm showing on Monday Night Football last night. The cap hit. Oh, we take it. You think it was bad for staff?
Oh, I know.
He said, well, it would be catastrophic. But guess what? They got a young QB they could turn to. So
Yeah, he played 2 plays yesterday. Exactly.
That's what
I know. All right, Heather. Let's go.
Yes. Well, there's some Christmas vandals on the loose in Shelby Township. These grinchy punks, you'll never believe what these guys did. They recently went on a Christmas light cutting spree in a Shelby Township neighborhood. Oh, I would be devastated if this happened at our house because you take so much time to put up these lights and they're expensive, right? To have somebody come and ruin them. But apparently these guys, all of their actions were caught on camera because now so many people have Ring doorbells. So I guess in one person's Ring doorbell footage, you can see 3 guys cutting strands of lights and damaging other holiday decor. And they hit at least 5 houses. And a Shelby Township police officer says that these guys could be arrested and charged with malicious destruction of property. And they do believe they will be caught. He says there's more video coming. Yes.
I'm gonna ask you guys a secret question. Because I was walking the dog the other day, and one of my neighbors, Hugh, was putting up his Christmas lights. And they usually do like a lot of things. But anyway, she stood to the lights, and I said,
Yes.
just leave them on.
Oh, no.
Why? You don't turn them.
That's trashy. It doesn't look good. I know, John, I need you to watch yourself. I know.
Maybe an ignoramus question from somebody who doesn't celebrate Christmas, who doesn't Christmas lights.
Which I apparently just learned yesterday.
Yeah. If you don't turn the lights on, does it really make it that bad? Like the rest of the
So,
year?
I am somewhat with Heather. Like the lights that I left up, you could not see unless
Were
you
they on your house?
They were on my house,
Like
but
the
they
gutter?
were like the gutter and down
Yeah.
the downspout. But you couldn't see them unless you like went up to the house and inspected.
Right, that's what I mean.
The ones on the front poles and everything I took down.
Okay.
And because I agree. Like
just leave the blow-ups and everything just laying in the yard. You let the grass grow around it and stuff this summer.
Awful. I hate these inflatables. Oh.
Heather, you
Yeah. I know, John, I'm not a fan of the inflatables. I just never have been. You and Reaver would get along well because he's got a lot of the inflatables as well. I just don't love them, especially when you get a ton of them. And However, not coronavirus,
Not
but
quarantine?
no, that was a runner-up for both. But no, they went with pandemic. That is the word of the year. They say searches for the word pandemic on March 11th specifically were up almost 116,000% compared to the same day last year. And obviously, the word skyrocketed because of COVID-19. Now, Merriam-Webster, some of the runner-ups, like you said, were quarantine. They also had coronavirus, asymptomatic, mamba, kraken, and malarkey were runner-ups along with some other words. And on dictionary.com, some runner-ups were quarantine, social distancing, conspiracy theory, super spreader, and my favorite, Karen.
Yeah, I like that. Also because Kobe passed away.
Yes.
It was because the new Seattle hockey team's called the
Yeah.
Kraken. People don't know how the Kraken is.
Yeah. And then most of the other words correlate to COVID.
I
So
feel like epidemiology.
Save on our new line of winter-ready vehicles today. Check out the beautiful 2021 Kia Sportage available right now with $1,000 holiday bonus cash and 0% financing for up to 66 months with approved Kia Motor financing. With our network of over 20 different lenders, Sarah Kia can give you the credit that other dealers can't. Whether you're looking for a vehicle for yourself or your children, shop Sarah Kia for your best deal. If you have limited time, shop and buy online at drivesarahkia.com. 0% offer available for business issuing to Kia Motor Finance with 1550 $1,000 finance. Qualifying for qualifying subject to payment. Offer ends 11/30/2020.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Boardroom Out of Office Podcast. My name is Rich Kleiman, and I'm the co-founder of 35 Ventures, alongside my business partner, KD. This show is all about the stories, the successes, and the struggles that have driven my favorite entrepreneurs in sports, business, entertainment, and technology. We're going to be talking to industry leaders about who they are, how they got here, and the things they've learned along the way that you might not expect. So subscribe and listen on Apple Podcasts, radio.com, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it. Charmin Super Mega is 6 regular rolls in one. Enjoy the go with Charmin. We saved serious cash with our Progressive Home and Auto bundle and used the money to buy a new boat.
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big money with Progressive, but not enough for a new boat. They'll probably spend it on rent or gas money or maybe one of those little plastic wading pools for the yard.
Ahoy there!
Is what the captain might say on the towboat in your wading pool. Passengers due to temperature limits.
Toll Technologies has announced their Cyber Monday sale. They're releasing new doorbusters every weekday, plus up to 50% off cutting-edge tech for your business. There's no better time to upgrade your small business with the latest laptops and desktops with Intel Core processors. Plus, there's free shipping on everything. Yes, everything. Give Dell Technologies advisors a call. They'll identify the right tech solution for your business. Call 877-ASK-DELL or go to Dell.com/SP Cyber Monday. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
These days, everything's customized to you, from your TV show recommendations to your smart speaker. Isn't it time your trading platform was too? Say hello to Thinkorswim. Learn more at tdameritrade.com/Thinkorswim. TD Ameritrade, where smart investors get smarter. Member SIPC.
This hour of instant feedback brought to you by White Bureau of National Benefit Plans. For affordable health insurance, call 877-734-2200.
You could win $2,000 with the June Grand Slam, Thursday at 7:20 with Stoney and Jansen. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
All right, we're joined on the Stoney and Jansen program by the head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, Jim Harbaugh. And I guess Monday the news comes out, you guys have no cause, go virtual. I guess that's what you signed up for, Coach, in this COVID world, huh?
Yeah, that it's a day-to-day thing. I think one of the things that's made us so successful is vigilance and the culture set of being very proactive, and it's a good idea to on a day where it's meetings are scheduled to have those meetings virtual.
Coach, can you walk us through the process of how the tests are taken and when you get the results back?
Sure. So every day, when somebody enters into the facility, the temperature is taken, and then immediately the test. So we do a daily antigen test. That test takes about 15 to 30 minutes to come back, and then it could be a negative or presumptive positive. If you test positive, then you wait for a confirmation test to come back. So that's, I don't know if everybody really realizes that there's, I mean, it's every day that our staff and players are tested.
You mentioned the protocol that's in place and that you guys have been following it, and there are certain things when you get the presumptive test that you know, this is the direction you go, or when you don't, you go in a different direction. How challenging is it for you as a coach and for the players to be riding this roller coaster of not necessarily knowing if they're going to be in the building every day, if they're going to play on Saturdays? It seems like a roller coaster that obviously started in March, but was ramped up in August to where we are today.
Yeah, it's a challenge. It's like everything. Football's a challenge. That's a challenge. There's the things you were mentioning. Trying to there's a challenge, and we're responsible for it. And take it as a personal challenge to meet the requirements. But I've been really impressed with everybody. Players, the staff, the coaches, and personally, I think they discuss. And also they really have become conditioned to follow the protocols, mask wearing, social distance, sanitation, great habits. So that's day to day.
You guys up front defensively are stout enough because Saturday and there were some other games too where teams have made them basically run right through you guys. Is there something that's missing with the defensive front?
Edge was given up and allowed the quarterback and running back to get out. Run ball, for the most point, most of the time was pretty good. Their conversions on third down, third and short, use of arms, and a critical part of the football game, allowing them to continue drives and stop the first down.
I'm glad you mentioned that. When it's third and short, there were a couple of times where you weren't able to convert. Was it poor execution? Was it a look that Penn State gave you? What were the struggles on third and short offensively?
Combination of both. Some of
stuff like that, is it going to piss you off? Do you say, well, I take with a grain of salt and just move on, or is it something that you would say, you know what, I got to address this with some of these guys?
Just very focused on the process. And that's and seeing strides.
Some positive strides. I thought the secondary played very well on Saturday, especially Green. Can you talk about his improvement and his grade a little better too? Because I thought going in, if they were going to beat you, they were going to beat you with the deep ball like Michigan State did. But you guys did a pretty good job on Dotson.
Yeah, it was really good to see back here. Just running game on offense. Really getting shots really improving. And the coverage unit, talking about Jamal Green, his ascension, Vincent Gray, Dexter, especially the man-to-man coverage was really good. So that's a positive. It's driving the players in the best position possible. It's great to see that development.
Coaches, when you look back, and hindsight's always 2020, but through this offseason, through August, when they hit, the pause button on the Big Ten season, it ended up coming back. Is there anything you would do differently in preparing for this season?
Speaking of the next game, maybe on a lighter note, Maryland possesses a quarterback that I can't pronounce his last name. John always makes fun of me. I try to go to the Viola, it's Talia, Tunga, Vailoa. How good is he? I mean, he's not his brother, but he's pretty good, isn't he?
He is good. Back there, watched him from high school and college, and he's a very fine quarterback.
Mike Locksley is obviously his second year in the program and has recruited well. Obviously, the results on the field seem to be a little bit better this year. What do you know about this Maryland team and about facing a Mike Locksley coach team?
Yeah, they've done a nice job. We're very confident in playing defensive coverages and really have a system in place that they've grown and are confident in. Same offensively. Running, throwing the football, spreading it out, and big point effective.
We'll talk to you next week before the Buckeyes. Thanks, Jim.
All right, thank you.
All right, that's Michigan head coach Jim Harbaugh joining us. Stoney Jansen Show, 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, guys, 2020 has just been a roller coaster of a year, right? So this Christmas, spoil the woman you love. Give her the next best thing to wearing nothing at all with soft, silky, naturally nude pajamas, exclusively from our friends at Pajamagram, America's PJ experts for nearly 20 years. Sensuous and smooth, naturally nude pajamas feel just like her own bare skin. She'll love sleeping in these every night because the texture and touch of naturally nude pajamas is so soft and luxurious, they'll just melt away her stress. She'll love the feeling of wearing next to nothing at all, almost as much as you do. And you'll love the way they look. Check them out right now at pajamagram.com. And listen to this, when you order today, you'll get free gift packaging. Guys, that means you don't need to wrap a thing. So beat the holiday rush. Don't worry about fighting crowds at the stores. Just jump online right now at pajamagram.com and get your special woman these naturally nude pajamas. It's fast, it's easy, and delivery by Christmas is guaranteed. Visit pajamagram.com. That's
screeching pterodactyl. Or he's tumbling in a dryer. Don't hesitate. Call the experts at Flame Heating and Cooling. Go online now to flamefurnace.com or call 888-234-2340.
This is Boris Isaac with the Radio.com Sports Minute, sponsored by Hulu. Hulu has live sports. Playing championship football declared Seattle's Russell Wilson king of prime time following last night's 23-17 victory over Philadelphia. It may be too early to talk about championship football, but with Jamal Adams back on defense and running back Chris Carson returning on offense, the Seahawks last night were certainly playing complimentary football. They're getting healthy and peaking at just the right time as the calendar turns to December. The Seahawks have run their record to a division-leading 8-3. Now Pete Carroll's squad will next face the Giants, the Jets, and Washington. Meantime, Philadelphia's Carson Wentz was running for his life once again behind the Civ Black offensive line. When he did escape, his wideouts were never open. So the Eagles dropped to 371, which means they're still in the thick of the NFC East race. And the New York Giants are in first place. Boomer Esiason.
Hulu has live sports, which means you can watch football on Hulu Plus Live TV. That's right, from the biggest games to your favorite players like Baker Mayfield. Catch the action live on Hulu Plus. Get access to over 65 live channels and the largest streaming TV library, including exclusive originals and the hottest shows and movies. Start your free trial today so you don't miss a moment. Live TV plan required. Restrictions apply. Learn more at hulu.com.
For the ones standing guard. For the eagle-eyed. For the knights in shining armor. And for all those who support them. We are Grainger, your experienced safety partner. Offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Committed to helping keep your facilities safe. And your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com/safety or just stop by. Grainger. For the ones who get it done.
Have you heard? Legal sports betting is coming to Michigan soon. And the best way to get in on the action is with DraftKings Sportsbook and Casino, America's top-rated sportsbook app. To celebrate the season of giving, DraftKings Sportsbook and Casino is giving you $100 in free bets and $100 in free blackjack credits when you sign up today. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook and Casino app now. Use code XYT to sign up. You sign up right now, you'll get a free $200 in site credits only at DraftKings Sportsbook and Casino. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 800-271-7117. That's 21 years or older, Michigan only. Eligibility restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for full terms and conditions, subject to regulatory licensing requirements.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Leadership is more than just doing things well. It's striving to do things better. So DT is working on grid upgrades to provide more clean, reliable energy right now. I'm Heather Rivard for DTE. We're committed to improving power reliability for all our customers.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com. The names you trust. The teams you love. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
Monday Night Football last night, Seattle over Philadelphia 23-17. The
I assume we're not going to be able to go at least in the beginning, but really looking forward to seeing a brand of basketball, young teams, and see what happens. And who knows? It could be fun to watch.
I think they will be, and I'm excited about it. I'm hoping that at some point during the season, we actually get a chance to play this.
Yeah, so the Redwoods actually, you guys actually skated with this. They might not even play because the owners are realizing that there's less money if they don't.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is a classic number here, ladies, as we go forth on our series. The best number, each number worn by a Detroit or Michigan athlete. And we're up to number 64. And this one is a little tough. I gotta admit. Some of the guys that we have on my list haven't even played that long. It's really hard. So here we go. And by the way, there were no Red Wings or Pistons with number 64. That kind of puts everything in a damper.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So with all due respect to the great Chad Bell, Dwayne Below, I guess I'll go all due respect to Travis Swanson and Eric Sanders. Here are my four. Person that was mentioned on this show yesterday, offensive lineman, the Detroit Lions, Larry Lee, called in on the show a few weeks ago. Lineman for the Michigan State University Spartans on their Rose Bowl team, Blake Treadwell. Current Michigan State defensive lineman, Jacob Slade. I have him there. And my fourth is former NFL member of the all-rookie team. Unfortunately, he didn't finish his career here, but he was good here in his, 4 to 5 years here, Jeff Hardings. There you go. There's nobody on your alma mater. Nobody on the Michigan Panthers. The directional schools, I didn't see much.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Because I did a little research, and there's a guy I didn't tell you about. I did some more research on him, but when you see the number 64, and you go down the list of players that wore it, and you see quarterback, you know chances are that hasn't happened in the last 75 years.
Yes.
So, and then you see another one who was Elmer Bader.
Not too many people named Elmer.
No, probably not in the last, I'll give it 65 years.
Maybe Elmer Fudd.
But John Arbesnik, I talked about him before the show.
Yes, you did.
And he was all Big Ten,
Okay.
78 and 79.
Okay.
78, they went to a Rose Bowl, lost to USC. 79 was the Gator Bowl, which I believe it was
That's North
Carolina.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yes. And was also captain in 79. I think that might raise him above. I like having Larry Lee and Jeff Hardings, and I'm good with Jacob Slade. He's doing well, but I think I would put him ahead of Blake Treadwell.
Really?
Just his entire career. Blake Treadwell was hurt so often.
Yeah, sure.
And I know that Rose Bowl team was actually his medical, was it his 6th year?
Yeah, whatever. That's irrelevant.
It is irrelevant, but I
What
just...
about Eric Sanders? Though?
Eric Sanders was here for, 7 years?
Yeah, he played a long time.
He did, but he played a long time.
Yeah, exactly. The only other guy I thought of was here a couple of years ago. And I remember when they signed him, they thought, this guy's going to be really good. Edwin Molitano.
Yes. He was in the same draft as me.
Yeah. He played in Baltimore.
Right. Big time.
Yeah.
We were at the Senior Bowl together at the Combine. Great. GTM.
Oh, good to you.
So again, I think Larry Lee, Jeff Hardings, Jacob Slade, and John Arbesnik.
Gov, can you shed any light on this?
No.
This number?
Let's move on. I think captain and two-time All Big Ten has to play a role in this.
Yes, absolutely. Come on, Dwayne Below. Chad Bell. There was one other Tiger on there that I didn't even Jim Verhagen. But Verhagen, I think, had different Marshall Eastern, I don't know.
Not that I have.
Davenport, Madonna, I don't know.
So, 64, I was thinking that there's got to be a 64 in like Little Post Jansen era, maybe when I went to visit school there, but
Nothing.
no, I could not think.
There was somebody who was 64 in an offensive line who was there for your whole 5 years. I forget his name, buddy. I never heard of him before.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't put him on there. Obviously, it doesn't ring a bell with you either. Look on the list.
Well, I don't.
I think his last name began with an M. Or an F. Frazier, maybe? I don't know. It's really
Steve Frazier was 60. Steve Frazier.
maybe it's Steve Frazier.
Steve Frazier has one of the greatest. He might be on this list. Hold on, I've got to find out if he was 64, because if he is, he has one of the greatest moments, maybe one of the greatest off-the-field moments in Michigan football history.
We'll find out what that is coming up after Tio's update.
WXYT FM, WXYT HD1 Detroit. A radio.com sports station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1 The Ticket.
This update is powered by Mother Water. For the first time since he was named as the Lions interim head coach back on Saturday, Darrell Bevel met with reporters yesterday. He was asked what he expects out of his players over the final 5 games of the season.
I expect them to bring their energy, to bring a refreshed attitude when they come in the building on Wednesday. They're going to get everything squared and ready to go, kind of the hair on fire, and take it one game at a time.
Meanwhile, the NFL confirms yesterday that the Lions' Week 16 game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will be played Saturday, December 26th at Ford Field. That contest will kick off at 1 p.m. Seattle now in sole possession of first place in the NFC West as the Seahawks beat the Philadelphia Eagles 23-17 last night on Monday Night Football. The NFL announces yesterday it's decided to move the game between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens from tonight until tomorrow afternoon. The Michigan football program was officially placed on pause yesterday over concerns of a possible series of positive tests for COVID-19. Wolverines are scheduled to face Maryland, a team that had its own issues recently with the virus, on Saturday. Good game tonight in college basketball, as 8th-ranked Michigan State will battle number 6 Duke in this year's Champions Classic. That contest will tip off at 7:30. Meanwhile, Oakland University looks to win its first game of the year, as the Golden Grizzlies will be on the road at Purdue. That game will get underway this afternoon at 3. Item of note from the world of racing today: a positive COVID-19 test has sidelined 7-time Formula One champion Lewis Hamilton, who confirms that because of the virus, he won't complete this weekend's Formula One race in Bahrain. At the Ticket Update Desk, I'm Tony Ortiz. For more, stay tuned to 97.1 The Ticket and radio.com.
Live from the Jamie Samuelson Studio, Stoney and Jansen on 97.1 The Ticket.
All right, thank you, TR. We're going to put up on the Twitter poll before we get to John's story. Best number 64, because Steve Frazier, the center, played with you. He's not good enough to make the list, unfortunately.
No.
So our 4 are Larry Lee, Jeff Hardings, Jacob Slade, and John Arbesny. And it's up on the Stoney and Jansen with Heather Twitter page. Best number 64. Detroit Suns.
So I did have to look it up, and my apologies, Mr. Frazier, that I didn't remember. I've got 2 good stories for him. One, he was actually at my first wedding. And the night before the wedding, we ended up having let's just say a few pops. And we woke up the next morning. I was in the grass somewhere outside, and he had found his way into the house where we were staying.
You were sleeping on the grass?
I was sleeping on the grass. That's another story.
No,
But
it's
when
not
I
another
came
story.
in, he was actually, so Steve had this, and I looked it up on the MW website. It says he was listed at 288, and I'm here to tell you that is a lie. Because he woke up, or we woke him up because he was sitting up, like you see some of those Buddhas in people's lawns, and he had fallen asleep, leaning forward on his belly.
I fall asleep and wheel like in my chair like this. Somehow I can just fall asleep. I don't know if I can do it like that.
So obviously we're holding things under his nose, making sure sure he's breathing.
Right.
Obviously we're concerned for himself. And so at that point, once we found out that he was okay but was still, sleeping, we tried to push him from side to side to see which way he would tip over. And he ended up, we cleared some things, we pulled him down so we didn't hit his head. And I just wish we had phones at that time.
Yeah.
Video of it. But the story that he's most famous for,
Hold on, before we get to that, why were you sleeping on the grass?
it's just a comfortable place. Why not?
Right before your wedding, you got a little too smashed and you fell asleep.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
Okay.
And it just seemed like a nice place. It was summer,
Yeah.
right? So it was nice out. And it just seemed like a good place.
Around here, or where was it? Up
That
north?
was down south a little bit.
Okay.
And so it's, but it's getting back to Steve Frazier.
Yeah.
And the famous story is I woke up as, let's see, it would have been just before my senior year, right before the 97 season. And I get a phone call from Lloyd Carr that says, "Get your ass down to my office." I thought, like being called to the principal's office, I'm like, my God, I go through, and as I'm walking down to Schembechler Hall, I'm thinking, what have I done in the last 24 hours? What have I done in the last 7 days? What have I done in the last year? Like, what could this possibly be? And so I show up in his office, and he has somebody in there that he is absolutely ripping. And out walks Aaron Shea and Steve Frazier. And it looks, I mentioned yesterday that I walked out of Coach DeBoer's office and I was damn near in tears. These guys were as close to tears as I was because they had been kicked off the team. They were going to, Coach hadn't come up with a penalty yet other than you were suspended from the football team. And
What did they do?
So all I hear is, Jansen, get in here. So I walk in, and Coach Carr has his back turned to me. And he turns around and throws a newspaper at me. And it lands almost perfectly in front of me. He did it. The Michigan Daily. And on the cover of it is a charred dorm room in South Quad. And in the middle of that dorm room, this charred, burnt dorm room, is a beautiful, bright, shining keg of beer.
Okay.
And it is the room of one Steve Frazier and Aaron Shea. And they had to, and so it ended up, and he looks at me, and I think I'm going to get ripped. And he kind of does a little bit, but at first he says,
Why would you get ripped?
well, because I was a senior, I was a leader of I was a leader of this team. Like, this is my team. This is leadership of your football team. This is leadership of a football team. I'm getting off track.
Okay.
But he looks at me, and they had come up with the reason that this fire had started. And he looks at me and he starts giggling a little bit and says, how unlucky are these guys? I said, Coach, what are you talking about? He says, there was a frayed electrical cord under their carpet, and that's what started the fire. It wasn't a candle, or it wasn't something they were doing in the dorm room. It just happened that this keg was set on top of this cord, on top of the rug, and it started the room on fire. Michigan Daily took a picture, and there was Michigan football, keg of beer, burnt dorm room, and it obviously not a great narrative. So he had.
So it identified those players as their room.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they got ripped. They got kicked off the team, and to get back on the team, they had to walk the stadium stairs for 60 days in the morning. And we just saw how big that stadium is with nobody in it.
Yeah.
They had to touch every stair in that
Oh
stadium
my God.
for 60 days. And if they missed one day, they would not be let back on the team.
So so 60 days. So how long would
2 months.
So they didn't have to run the stairs. They had to walk it.
Hell yeah.
Okay, but how long would it take to walk the stairs, especially somebody who's in shape?
Well, Shea was in great shape, as I already mentioned. Frazier not as much. Was in great shape after 60 days.
Yeah.
It would usually take them about 2 hours, and they sped up a little bit towards the end because they did get in better shape.
Right.
But for me, it was great because as one of the of that team, I told the seniors, hey, we got to make sure that somebody is there every day to make sure that these guys, because Shea was really important to our offensive scheme as a fullback and tight end. Let's make sure that they're there every day. So a senior showed up every day, and I took that as an opportunity because Coach would show up, walk around the big house, the field with his dog. And it was an opportunity for us to spend a little bit more time away from Schembechler Hall just talking to Coach Carr. And so there was a lot of benefits that came from it. But it's legendary at Schembechler Hall, the punishment and the newspaper article.
So out of these 60 days that they had to be there, supervise, how many of those 60 days were you there being the supervisor?
I was there almost every day.
Yeah, what a kiss ass.
I say whatever you want. We ended up winning. You want to see my national championship ring?
I was there in the stands rooting for you, okay? Yeah.
But I know. It was just part of those things. And then we would have other seniors come and just make sure that they were out of bed. But and that was before cell phones, too. Like, you would go bang on their door and, get your ass up.
I can't imagine Brian Greasy getting up there early and watching these.
Brian was there.
Brian was there, really?
Brian was there. Everybody from that senior class was there at least one day. And there were times where we'd have 2 or 3 guys there because it did become one of those moments. We loved being around Coach Carr, and he was, but you were never around him in a scenario where it wasn't coach player. And when you had a chance to, go over to his house, or if you had a chance to see him outside of football, it was so strange because you just never saw him as anything other than your football coach on the football field blowing a whistle, yelling.
Did he have a room like Saban has in his house where he take recruits and their families to? And I saw that on ESPN.
No, I don't remember anything like that. That's more modern day football recruiting.
I know.
It's kind of, it is what it is, right? It's just the evolution of recruiting.
Yes, indeed. All right. Don't forget, you can vote, not for Steve Frazier, he didn't make the list, but go vote on our Twitter page, Stoney and Jansen with Heather. You can vote for either Jeff Hardings, Larry Lee, John Bresnick, or Jacob Slade. 4 guys that aren't going there many halls of fame. Although Hardings, he's not a
Hall of Famer now.
He made a few Pro Bowls after he left here. He was a good player. And the fact that he left over was like $50,000 that he had a disagreement with Matt Millen on, they just let him go.
Yeah.
They got nothing for him.
No.
They just let him go.
They got their $50,000.
Yeah, exactly. That was a good draft. It was Hardings and Reggie Brown in the same draft. Reggie Brown gets hurt in the game against the Jets where Barry had the 2,000, past 2,000 yards, and the Lions make the playoffs, and Jeff Hardings leaves for nothing.
Yeah. And a great player on Penn State.
Yes.
Just loved the game of football.
Absolutely. Smart guy. He was a good guy. Oh, man. Well, as you know, as we say a lot, TTL, they are.
Oh, you say that a lot.
I know. You say
everybody else. Yeah, everybody else is.
Well, I say TTL. All right. Coming up next, Heather has news.
I do. So could there actually be an upcoming alien invasion? A lot of people are very convinced because guess what? Another mysterious monolith structure has just appeared halfway around the world.
They're already here.
Oh, they probably are.
Well, I need a monolith to show up in front of the D in Las Vegas. That would be pretty cool. See, they always show up in these remote places. Those aliens must be smart. The D taking all the necessary precautions to make sure your stay is safe. You can enjoy all the comforts of a great Las Vegas hotel without missing out on all the high gaming energy. You got great food there, the best steak in downtown Las Vegas. Yeah, Joe Vaccari's Andiamo Italian Steakhouse. They're open in Vegas. Right there. Or you can go to American Coney Island for something a bit more casual if you want to play golf. And, if you're a golfer, Vegas has great golf courses. TPC Summerlin, I played there. A few other courses I played. I can't remember all of them because some of them aren't in business anymore. But they do have great golf courses, and the D will hook you up with great tee times. Look, and if you're staying on the Strip, come on down to the D. Hang out at the Long Bar. Derek Stevens is there as the owner. Tell him we sent you, and he just might get you a cocktail. The D Las Vegas, it's great. Book a room today, thed.com. The D Las Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Comcast Business. A number of accidents still working to clear, including 75 northbound after 96 and northbound 75 after Holbrook. Heading southbound at Kniff, there's a crash at the exit ramp as well as a wreck working 696 eastbound at M10. When the unexpected comes calling, bounce forward with Comcast Business. Bounce forward fast with internet speeds of up to a gig, and bounce forward with the flexibility to update your bandwidth in just a few clicks. To learn more, go to ComcastBusiness.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
The only way you can take 97.1 The Ticket with you is the radio.com app. Download it today and listen to us anytime, anywhere. 97.1 The Ticket. Ever wonder just how far an extra mile really goes? Drive a Mercedes-Benz van and find out. Start with a network of over 250 authorized dealerships, backed by a sales force ready to help you with everything from customization and service to financing options. They offer a variety of vans, like the durable Mercedes-Benz Sprinter or versatile Mercedes-Benz Metris, each tailored to match your work or play lifestyle. With options like blind spot assist and active lane keeping assist, plus MBUX voice command technology for directions, weather forecasts, comfort control, and more.
The route is being calculated.
So whether you're enjoying life on the trail or working hard on the job, see how far an extra mile can really go by taking the first step into an authorized Mercedes-Benz van dealership for a test drive today. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Some equipment described as optional.
No kitty without a Christmas. That's been the Detroit Goodfellows mission for over 100 years, and they need your help now more than ever. Your donation helps provide 30,000 gift boxes filled with warm clothing, toys, books, and dental kits. Donate today at DetroitGoodfellows.org. Yes! CBS Thursday. It's a brand new episode of The Unicorn.
I'm so jazzed. I mean, I expected to be jazzed, but I'm even more jazzed than I thought I'd be. And I was pretty jazzed. We got this. We got this, Wade.
Forrest, what are you doing?
I'm sorry. I don't know. It's very inspiring. A new Unicorn. Thursday, 9:30, 8:30 Central on CBS.
Buongiorno. Buongiorno.
Buonasera.
Buonasera. How can I make the most of waiting for my next big vacation?
Translate your questions into goals by investing with Merrill Edge Self-Directed. It's more accessible than you think, with helpful planning tools plus free online stock and ETF trades, so you can keep practicing your pronunciation. Merrill, a Bank of America company. Visit merrilledge.com/withinreach to get started today.
Investing involves risk. Merrill Lynch, Pierce, Fenner & Smith Incorporated. Registered broker-dealer, member SIPC. Other fees may apply. Investment products are not FDIC insured and not bank guaranteed and may lose value.
You're ready to get back into yoga, so you order the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you use your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member, which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones.
Welcome. Take a deep breath. Breathe.
Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation.
I didn't feel so well, so I searched my symptoms on Google, and now I'm being followed by uncomfortable ads. I hate feeling like my personal data is being bought and sold. I downloaded DuckDuckGo and saw a difference right away. Take back your privacy with DuckDuckGo.
Do you have an opinion? Of course you do. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, the home of Detroit sports in Vegas.
At home, in your car, or at work. Detroit's sports station.
97.1 The Ticket.
Ladies and gentlemen, Evan Jenkins will join us at 9:02. Check out the best of the 97.1 The Ticket website. Right now, the best of the news